on the year 2016, Anno Domini. Are we recording? I can't tell. We're going to call Ginny Palmer. Yeah, we're recording. We have a short here and a short there, and it makes it very difficult. The JVC camera, that's probably it's a great camera, but that's probably its weakest point, is the audio video input in the camera. It gets short, and I think I have three cameras that way. And I think one is going that way. So we might have to get a new JVC camera. But it is a wonder, that camera. Alrighty. Robert Snyder and his brother are going to take me to North Chatham Church on the 16th, Saturday, so we can tell jokes. I'll try to make a video for you. Cucumber sandwiches were delicious.
They were?
Hi, Ginny Palmer.
Hi. How are you today?
Oh, thank you for asking. Really blessed.
That's good. That's good.
And you?
And so am I. Yes. John's here is putting a new toilet in for me. So yesterday was the 10th.
Yep.
Trust me in every detail of your life. Nothing is random in my kingdom. Everything that happens fit into a pattern for good to those who love me.
I believe that.
Instead of trying to analyze your pattern, focus your energy on trusting me and thanking me at all times. Nothing is wasted when you walk close to me. Even your mistakes and sin can be recycled into something good through my transforming grace.
Well, that's good. Your mistakes can be recycled.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Yep. While you're still living in darkness, I begin to shine the light of my presence into your sin-stained life.
Into your what?
Sin-stained life. That was before you were saved.
Sin-stained life. Okay.
Yeah. Finally, I lifted you up out of the mire into my marvelous light. Having sacrificed my very life for you, I can be trusted in every facet of your life.
Now, we have to be trusted. We have to be trustworthy.
Yeah, he is. Well, we know he's trustworthy.
No, I say we have to be.
Well, yeah, we have to do our part, that's for sure.
Yeah, we have to be somebody that God can trust.
Yeah, well, every now and then, sometimes we let him down, but that's okay. He forgives us.
And
but blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. That's Jeremiah. In Romans 8:28. We are assured and know that God being a partner in their labor, all things work together and are fitted into a plan for good to those who love God and are called according to his design and purpose.
Now, wait a second. Where was that quote from?
It was the Amplified Bible in Romans 8:28.
Yeah, 8:28.
Yeah. And we have Psalms 42. This is from the Amplified Bible too. He drew me out of a horrible pit, a pit of turmoil and of destruction, out of miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, steadied my steps and established my goings. And that's Psalms 42 in the Amplified. And this is 1 Peter in the New King James Version. For you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, his own special people, that you may proclaim the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
1 Peter what?
That's 1 Peter 2:9.
Thanks.
Okay, now we're in 11. This is the day that the Lord has made.
Let us rejoice and be glad in it.
Yeah. Rejoice and be glad in it. Begin the day with open hands of faith, ready to receive all I have poured into this brief portion of your life. Be careful not to complain about anything, even the weather, since I am the author of your circumstance. The best way to handle unwanted situations is to thank me for them. This act of faith frees you from resentment and frees me to work my ways into the situation.
Wait a second. The best way to deal with unwanted acts is to thank you for them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this act of faith frees you from resentment and frees me to work my way into your situation so that good emerges from it. To find joy in this day, you must live within its boundaries. I know what I am doing when I divide time into 24-hour segments. I understand human frailty, and I know that you can bear the weight of only one day at a time. Do not worry about tomorrow or get stuck in the past. There is abundant life in my presence today.
Abundant life. Yes, there is.
And we have Psalms 118:24. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And this one is, brother, I do not consider myself yet to have taken hold of it. But one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and straining towards what is ahead. I press on towards the goal to win the prize for which God has called. The heavenward is in Christ Jesus.
Where is that from?
Philippi.
Philippians?
Yeah.
Philippians. Yep. Philippians what?
3:13-14.
Thanks. Now, Ginny, would you go back to April the 9th and tell me what New Testament quotes there were? Just tell me the numbers. I don't need the quote.
What now?
Okay, go back to April 9th.
Yeah, okay. It was Romans 8:38-39.
Yes, thank you.
And Exodus 33:14.
No, I just want the New Testament. And what was the New Testament quote on April 9th? Or,
That was it.
April 8th. Excuse me, I misspoke.
The 8th, okay. The 8th, it was Genesis 28:15. And Romans 8:31. And Hebrews 13:8.
Hebrews 13:8. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's enough. Thank you.
Okay, you have a blessed day. I gotta go help John get my toilet in.
Oh, yes. Good luck on that, Jenny.
Yeah, okay, have a blessed day.
Oh, I wanted to tell you, you know the cucumber that the gathering place gave me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you call those long cucumbers?
I think they call them English. They cost about $2 in the store.
Wow. And how do you get them free? Who gives them to you?
He's got it in with his trucking company that they bring stuff to the store, and sometimes the store won't accept it, and they don't want to carry it back in the truck, so they call him and he comes and gets it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I tell you, a cucumber sandwich is a delicious thing.
Well, I like cucumbers with any
Yeah, cucumbers and veggie maize on toast.
Yeah, I
Oh.
agree.
All right, good work on the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
Thank you.
he's ready to go.
Thank you, dear. Hi, John.
I won't tell you where I'm going tonight, though.
What?
I said I won't tell you where I'm going tonight.
Oh,
I'm going to the Trump thing.
to the what, dear?
Donald Trump.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Just because I've never been to one,
Oh, I see. Okay.
and John and I are going to see what's going on.
Yeah, okay, dear.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. Uh, Hi folks, this is the first day of the second week of April. The 16th year of the second millennium. Or would it be the third millennium? I guess it's the third millennium, 2000s. And M. Chapin doesn't think she should come to work today because she has a soreness in the throat. She doesn't know what it is and she doesn't want to pass it on to me. That was pretty considerate of her. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. Psalms 18. Now, you know, I would like to share with you the morning meditation with GINNY because it's always so good in every way. It's an interesting epitome of life for an 82-year-old woman in Northeast United States who comes from the southeast of Virginia, can't. But I guess it isn't fair to read on TV Sarah Young's meditations published under the name Jesus is Calling You. See, my books, I want all my books. I don't want them to be copyrighted. I want as many people as possible to have them and enjoy them. But then I guess there's people making a living off of her books. So, what I can do is I can hear them in my ear and make notes and share them with you. Can I do that? Anyway, that's a great book, and I do commend it to you. She said some interesting thing, how God recycles our mistakes. It's really good. It's true. It's true. When a disaster happens, excuse me. When a disaster happens, here on earth, you notice that it is recycled into something great. It is recycled into something lovely. And our bodies are recycled. These wonderful, great bodies with all their magnificent motion. Sarah Young mentioned an abundant life, overflowing sufficiency, ample. It is, and we mustn't see it any other way. And also there was something in the reading this morning about don't complain. Yeah, that's right. Don't complain. Don't complain. God will make something good of it. There we are using that word God now. What do we mean? I mean the whole universe and everything in it. All of us working together to create and to operate the universe. Its perpetuity, 14.7 billion years? No, 13 point, well, what's a billion years? 13.7 billion years. Its variety, its vigor, its vitality, life, the miracle of life, the life in plants, the life in all of us. Okay, we've got some Bible quotes that are good. Philippians 3:13-14. First Peter 2:9. Genesis 28:15. Romans 8:31. Whoops. And Hebrews 13:8. I'll get those out someday, maybe. Shall I? Do you want me to and read them to you? Now, our hymn for the day. Spirit of God, descend upon our hearts. Wean us from self. Through all its pulses move. Stoop not to weakness. Be mighty as thou art. And let us love God as we ought to love. There again, what is God? God is the universe, the allness, the wholeness, the oneness. Everything there is. And we want to love it. It's not a duty, it's a joy. stand up for Jesus. I have some wonderful phrases to read to you from Buddha. I have some wonderful phrases to read to you from Brother Lawrence, and also from the Methodist video, a very new and modern way of looking at all of this. Here's a good word, absurd. The meanings, the definitions are so good. Contrary to reason. Ridiculously incongruous. Ridiculously incongruous. Inconsistent with truth or common sense. And this common sense that we have and this truth that we have, it's in here, isn't it? Or it's in here, it's in our conscience, isn't it? Spent $100 yesterday, $200 on Straight Talk, which I still think is a wonderful service, $45 a month. That includes the internet, and it includes unlimited calling all over the USA. That's really all I need. Texting. I don't do. Do you do texting? Austin is so good with his thumbs. I've never seen any thumbs move so fast as Austin's thumbs. But he can't answer the phone. He doesn't know how to answer the phone. Here's this month's calendar. Robert Snyder and his brother Robert are going to take Glendora to the North Chatham Methodist Church on April the 16th, this coming Saturday at 6 o'clock. And we're going to have everybody brings in his favorite pasta dish. And then they divvy them out in little, small, tiny dishes. And you go and you get a sample of each one. You end up with 10 samples. And you eat them, and you rate them, and you put your rating on each dish, and then the one who gets the best marks gets the prize. I can no longer read Walmart receipts, even with a camcorder. Zoom, I can't read them. So I have to call up somebody today, some friend, and ask that friend to come and read to me. Because the library is taking I still do not have the video magnifying reader from the library that nobody uses but me, and which is taking up valuable space. This is Chapin's folder, and all of these jobs will have to wait until tomorrow. Or maybe somebody else can come in and do them. Friends are so good. They're so nice. And my neighbors are nice too. I don't see much of them, and anytime I can, I help them. The lady upstairs had a hard time paying for the rent, so we put in $100. She's been all right ever since. And we babysat her dogs for an hour and a quarter when the dogs got out, and she didn't know it, and we couldn't reach her. We pounded on the outside door, and it didn't just go in, and she didn't hear us. Finally, Keith opened the outside door, and then I could go in and pound on her door, and she heard me. Boy, did those dogs rush in. They did not like being out of their home that long. They're cute little things. Zanetta and Bailey dog. You have anything to say? little Noah next door, he's 3 years old. He's about this, his whole length is about this much. And no matter what he's doing, out in the yard, or in the house, no matter what he's doing, he'll put it down, stop it, and come over and give me a hug. And then he'll go back to his work. Isn't that the most endearing thing? What is a prayer today? My prayer is to all you people who are sick. Learn about nutrition. Find out what Dr. Campbell has found out. That sickness can be cured through whole foods, plant-based foods. All kinds of sickness, of all things cancer, of heart disease, of high blood pressure, of obesity, of diabetes type 2. These things all can be cured through the right diet. The cucumber sandwiches were delicious. They're called English cucumbers. They're this long. And there's a man who goes by Route 20. You know, we're right on Route 20, the big federal route that goes all the way from Boston, Massachusetts to Oregon to the Pacific Ocean, from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. And there's a truck goes down there. And when he goes to the store, and the store says, no, we don't want that, then rather than taking it back, they drop off at the gathering place run by the New Hope for Life Church, and they give them the produce. And these cucumbers are really, really interesting. I took all the seeds out and I will disperse them. And then I chopped up the fruit, the cucumber. Great creation. And in that cucumber there must have been 400 seeds. This is my last month of being 87. What should I do? Is there anything special I should do? My last month of being 87, my last 3 weeks. No doctors, no medicines, no doctor's bills, no dentist bills. What is happiness? I wonder if we should look that up in the dictionary. Happiness, the feeling of being good, a good feeling, a joyful feeling. Well, pleased, you're pleased. As to what time are you talking? What time frame are you talking happiness? Being happy for a moment, being happy for a day, being happy all your life? What is happiness? Is it something you are seeking, or is it something you have? What makes you happy? Doing good things for the world. Doing good things for the universe. That makes you happy. When somebody does something good for you, that makes you happy. All of the blessings that come from being in this great universe, that makes you happy. Your achievement, and your achievement, of course, is doing things for others. That makes you happy. A pair of pants with 6 pockets in it made me happy. 6 pockets. A pair of white pants with 6 pockets in it. And it's a very sensible place for a pocket. It's just below the pelvis on the thigh, and it's directly in front of the leg, so that you can put your hand down this way. You don't have to go that way. You don't have to go this way. You can go down this way. Very good, and that way you won't lose your money. Whenever you hear anybody say, they turn on the computer and then they say, this thing is so slow today. No, it is not slow when you consider the miracle. It is anything but slow. This is slow, the computer is slow, not when you consider the miracle. Well, oh yeah, I haven't told you any jokes. I told you about the library. Somebody brought in about 16 discs, college courses, the great courses, put up by the teaching company. They cost sometimes $500 a disc, or $300, or $250. Very expensive. Somebody brought them in. Nobody seems to know when. And they were put in the office, the cluttered office. And the director of the library, Loren Teach Out, found them. Said, what are these? Oh, I know somebody who would love those, Glendora. Instead of putting them in their collection, she decided not to put them in their collection, but she decided to give them to Glendora. And she told Glendora if she got through with them to pass them on. Can you imagine that? What a largesse. Largess. What a largesse. How many? Oh, I would say it was $2,000, $3,000 worth of teaching company, and about $400,000 or $500,000 worth of college education. Don't you think that's great? Write legibly. Don't swear. Don't swear. Raw foods. Apple, orange, banana, grapes. Raw cereal, cooked though. That's the one thing that you should cook. Raw cereal. Malto meal, Maltex, Wheatina, cream of wheat, oatmeal with soy milk. Nut fruit shake in a blender, cashews, banana, oats, and pineapple juice. And granola. Raw foods. Now that's nutrition. I think it's even better than Dr. Campbell's diet. It's simpler. But remember how many people Dr. Campbell healed through whole foods, plant-based diet. Folks, you can go onto the computer and go to the Vegetarian Society of Hawaii. Vegetarian Society of Hawaii. Find it on the computer and you'll find the most interesting lectures and the most stimulating lectures. I want to see you 100% healthy. stand up for Jesus. Stand on him alone. Well, I think that's all for God time this morning. Let's go through the day now. Exercise the body. Go up to the front porch and see if there's any litter. Pick up all the litter around the yard. Check the recycle bin that it's only recycle. Check the dumpster bin that its things are there that should be there. And the in-mail, and try to find .com some grass that hasn't been frozen, and then go feed the birds. You go out there every morning and that glass top table, which is this big, is licked clean every morning. So you load it up with 4 cups of bird seed. Right now they're getting a mixture with black oil seed, which they love, and a whole package of crackers. And you take all of the compost and you put it into the field, into the woods, so it will recycle. And then you take .com's fertilizer and you put that into the woods. And the kitty litter turns into mud and turns into soil. And then I'm about 60 telephone calls behind and about 15 details to do. Anthony Riddle at BCAT, Brooklyn Community Access TV, is a ray of light and sunshine and joy. The way he loves public access and what he will do to help it. And he's going to ask them to give the awards to Glendora in Boston at their summer meeting, the Alliance for Community Media. He's already talked to the boss of that company, that trade organization. Why, he should get an award. Public access producer should give him an award. Maybe I will. If I have any money left over at the end of the month, I'll send him some money to buy something nice he'd like. A gift, a present. Okie doke. Oh, the jokes. I don't know if I can read them. A citizen was charged for not paying his bill at a donut shop. And what was the charge? Impersonating a police officer. A freighter carrying a load of purple paint collided with a freighter carrying a load of red paint, and at last report, the crews of both ships were marooned. What's the difference between the flu, Chapin's sore throat? What's the difference between the flu and a Xerox machine? A Xerox machine makes facsimiles, but the flu makes sick families. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has